Shalom, Sister Rooka here.
And Sister Zion.
Welcome to the Rock. And today we are starting some seed starting trays. We have some seed starting trays here that we've gotten soil from one of our gardens that we're no longer using. And normally we'll get soil from the land somewhere. Normally we find good soil, fertilized soil under a tree. But our master is wanting us to use soil from one of the gardens, so we are going to show you that also in a minute. But we're starting some large tomatoes. Last year we grew a lot of tomatoes. We had over 100 plants, so hopefully we'll have the same amount or more this year, but we are going to do more of the larger size ones. So this is the beefsteak one. These two are the large red cherry tomatoes. We're starting some sunflowers here, so we're going to be planting sunflower seeds, and here's mammoth Russian sunflowers. Hopefully those come up. Cherry tomato and large red cherry tomato and beefsteak tomatoes. And we almost recycle everything. So these are cut in half water bottles, and we just put the soil in there. And also we have styrofoam cups that we've collected. And in each container, in these plastic ones, I've planted 3 seeds each and kind of spread them out in the containers so that when they do grow, that the roots don't get entangled into each other. So when we do transplant them into the gardens, that we are able to separate the roots. And then these I'm planting 4 each, but kind of spreading them out. And the reason why we start seeds or have seed starting trays is to keep track of the growth. Also, we start some before spring starts, so while it's still cold, a little bit cold and everything, to control the climate of the seeds in the trays. We're able to control the climate better around the seeds so that we can get them to grow. And once they start growing, it's easier to put them in the garden, and they can grow better that way. Such as if we have a hard rain, we can cover them up so the seeds don't get washed away if we plant them in the gardens. So that's different reasons why we start seeds and seed starting trays versus just planting them directly in the soil.
And another thing is with some of our seeds too, because we do collect seeds, like we buy them, and then also we keep our seeds. Whatever we grow, we let go to seed, and we'll collect our own seeds. And sometimes we want to see if our seeds are any good, and we have been able to track track whether our seeds were good that year as well, or what was the success rate of each seed.
Yes, so we do keep track of our seeds or the seed starting trays, and what we have gotten to grow or not. So this is an example of our seed starting book. We have the containers numbered, and we have over 40 or over 50 trays that we use. And what we do is, let's see if I can find one that we did today. I think it was in the 40s. Here, like one of the trays that we used was number 45. So we'll go to that number of the tray. We'll mark down what we planted, how long it's supposed to take for it to germinate, and then when we planted it.
Yes. And if they don't come up in that time frame, sometimes we'll give it a little longer. But if they don't come up within like that time frame, or maybe a couple extra days or so, then we'll start over for the most part. So it just lets us know whether our seeds are any good or not. Anything else?
Yeah. Not that I can think of. So we're going to go and show you the garden where we are getting our soil from. This is soil from an old garden from last year. that we have continued to prepare, put nutrients into it. And since we're not going to use that garden, instead of taking the soil and put it into another garden, we're just going to use that, take the soil out of there and use it for our seed starters.
Yes. And also, one last thing, we've planted some other things today. Today we planted chia seeds, and we've been planting actually all week. So we've gotten a lot of greens into the soil. So some we have done direct sow, and others we are planting in seed starters. We've put some squash in, mustard greens, collard greens, lettuces. And that's what we're going to be doing for our outside today. We will be planting, doing a lot of planting.
We've also planted some onions, over 100 to 200 onions, and over 100 garlic, 100 to 200 garlics.
Yes.
And we planted those while it was still cold. We're able to plant those.
Yes, and we are still about 9 days out to spring start. However, things are growing here on the land, and so this is what we'll be doing. We'll be doing a lot of planting so we can have food. So we hope you all are enjoying so far. We'll be back.
Shalom, we're back. These are some of the flowers that are growing back this year. We thought a lot of them died off, but they are coming back up. We also have some in this other garden or other flower bed that we started. It's a lot of them. And in this one we have, we don't know if our roses are going to come back. They didn't do too well in this garden. We have some mint coming back, some tulips in here. We just wanted to show you our flowers. Beautiful purple flowers. And but this is the garden that we are getting our soil for our seed starters. It's an older garden from last year that we had tomatoes planted in here, and some potatoes. The potatoes did not do too well in this garden. The tomatoes, they did come up. They did not produce a lot of fruit like we wanted them to, and we believe it's because this garden did not receive a lot of sunlight due to the trees around it. So instead of our master cutting down any more trees by this garden, we just chose to eliminate it. We are starting new gardens elsewhere on the land. So we just wanted to show you that. We hope that you like this video. You found this video helpful, informative, and also just seeing what we do here on the homestead. Everyday life. Becoming more self-sufficient. And using what Yah has provided for us. All right, shalom. Have a good day.